What up, y'all? This your boy Lucha guy, and I'm back with another video. And I just want to let you guys know early, this isn't really a real WrestleMania review. This is not even nothing like the other WrestleMania reviews out there. It's not even going to be a WrestleMania review at all. I just mainly did this video about WrestleMania because I finally finished it all. And let me just say, Night 2 was just whack. I didn't care for it all. I do want to congratulate all the new champions. Braun Strowman, I don't care for really. I guess he only won. Well, some people are like they're I don't want to say slow, but they're like they can't put a 2 and 2 together. Braun Strowman only won because he was in replacement of Roman Reigns. So that would have been Roman Reigns in that spot, basically. You do really think Braun Strowman was really meant to win? I don't know what they're going to do for him. I don't know if he's going to drop the belt ASAP, but you know he's not going to have a good title run anyway. You know Vince doesn't care for him like that. So you already know he's keeping the belt room for Roman Reigns. I know why some people are like, they don't understand. Why can't they find somebody else is beyond me? But Braun Strowman shouldn't have won. I don't know how he was the quickest replacement for some damn Roman Reigns. That's what is weird. But yeah, it's not like they chose him out of like the, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like Vince chose him to be the first guy in his mind. He's just a last minute replacement. So, Lynn was Drew McIntyre. I actually will congratulate Drew McIntyre, but I just want to say, I think he's just flavor of the month. It's a matter of time before the little smarks turn on him and they're going to call him boring. I've never really seen, I mean, McIntyre might have a nice build up and like a shape unlike all the other like indie guys and stuff on the roster, and you know, he might have it on the mic more, but I don't know. I always found, there's always something that wasn't really fully there with McIntyre. I mean, he's not even like John Morrison to me, Johnny Mundo. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Mundo could, like, I think when he was on Lucha Underground, I actually realized he could talk on the mic. He could be a good heel. I think that's the guy they should have went with going against Brock, was John Morrison. And plus, he's getting up there in age. Or he should have been a guy over there on SmackDown getting the belt off of, was it Goldberg? I don't know what they're doing with John Morrison. Why is he back just being a sidekick? But that's on some of these guys, too, for walking out of Lucha Underground. And that's what I'm really here to talk about. The only thing I did like with WrestleMania is the stuff that they talked about that reminded people of Lucha Underground. And it wasn't the little Firefly Funhouse match. By the way, what is that? Is it just some imagination in Bray Wyatt's head? Is that even a real match? Because while I was seeing her coming out dressing up in his old gimmicks, I didn't even understand it. They was like tuning out of the ring, and it was Bray Wyatt was wearing his workout clothes. I did not get that at all. Seeing her coming out with NWO. What the hell does Cena got to do with NWO? Even Goldust and Big Show was a part of the NWO for a little bit. X-Pac in like the spring of 2002. I didn't understand what was the point of Cena wearing an NWO shirt. They were just stupid and whack. I didn't like the thugonomics, and I never cared for Cena. I just never seen that there in a guy. But I do want to talk about WrestleMania was the Lucha Underground like stuff. Lucha Underground was actually trending after the little Boneyard match. And then Undertaker, you see here, he didn't even look that damn old. He actually looked pretty good in this match. Like, if you would think right after the American Badass ended in 2001, and then we see in this picture, you would think this was somewhere in like the 2008, 9s. You would think this is still in that almost time frame of just a few years later. He didn't even like he aged that bad compared to what he does in the Dead Man gimmick. Why doesn't he look like this then? And if he could do matches like that where he does not in the ring and he's not getting out of breath, because they could easily just stop filming and film it again like Lucha Underground does. Like a movie, they could say cut and they can make it look like he's still like fighting that long. I'm sure he might have took a break somewhere, but I just thought this was pretty cool. And for Lucha Underground have been trending, I think MGM needs to take note of that. And I know a lot of you guys are wondering, Lucha God, where's your video at about why Lucha Underground needs to return? I'm going to squeeze it in here since this isn't really a full WrestleMania review. I'm going to say this now about Lucha Underground needs to return, and it's because of this reasons here. This cannot be the last reason. I mean, this cannot be the last sight of what we saw of Lucha Underground. This cannot be the last champion. I repeat, Jake Strong cannot be the last Lucha Underground champion. I know that in a reboot, I know he's in AEW. They do not need him back for whatever they got planned, like a reboot or a spinoff. He can stay in AEW. They could just have another Aztec Warfare and decide who's the next Lucha Underground champion like they did in the original series in Season 1. And by the way, you guys notice I've been squeezing out Lucha Underground content now for over a year without a show even being on? Isn't that crazy? The only thing that's been like rumored, was a rumored rebooted season 5. You could take that as a reboot. And then there was meetings of MGM discussing additional Lucha Libre related programmings. And that could be anything, a new Lucha show, a spinoff. I mean, that could be anything. But I've shown been out here squeezing our content out for over a year. So you guys got to give me some type of damn credit now. I'm somehow making more Lucha Underground videos and stuff like their own channels kind of stopped putting out stuff. They haven't put out none since that little AAA Fight for New York show. They haven't even done no videos of Best of Lucha Underground or nothing. Like, that's just crazy. But about this little boneyard match though, I mean that was just so cool. And then listen, that was probably the best match of the whole WrestleMania. I see the whole WrestleMania, and it's funny you see Mil Mortez there. It actually make me might want to go back. I know I'm gonna do more videos though about like more throwback Lucha Underground videos. I will do more of that, and I'll possibly might talk more about the MGM, what they could do for the additional Lucha Libre related programming. The more reasons why Lucha Underground needs to return is I think AAA would need this more than what MGM would. I don't know why AAA, because I know Lucha Underground gave AAA a lot more clout. But for Lucha Underground, who was really paying attention to AAA? I think it gave AAA a lot more clout, and I think that some of these networks would need it. Some of these networks, what are they doing anyway? There's a lot of networks out there picking up reboots of shows and stuff like that. And somebody I know before said, why come AMC can get Lucha Underground? They're too busy with all them damn zombie Walking Dead shows. I don't know what would be the best network for a Lucha Underground reboot or a spinoff, but they need to get the fuck off El Rey, and that's a fact. They need to get the fuck off El Rey, and I know why El Rey is just holding this hostage from MGM. Hold on, I have a lot more reasons. Let me think. They waited too long too. Like, why did they wait till season 4 to start talking or getting into the little war with the 7 Aztec tribes and the order and the gods and over the gauntlet and over control and all that? Like, I don't know why they waited till season 4. They could have been starting it up in season 2. At season 2, they kind of lost focus a little bit, like halfway in when they just focused on just Matanza. They waited so late. Even in season 3, they could have been setting up the story of the 7 Aztec tribes going against the gods in the order. I don't know why they waited that late in, because they're gonna wait to do this when they didn't even know at that point at the end of season 4 would they even come back for season 5, and they shouldn't have said to be continued. You don't sit there and say to be continued if you're not sure whether or not you're gonna come back. And I know a lot of stuff might say to be continued, but they shouldn't have done that. And I'll let you guys in a little secret. I might talk about this more in a later video. One of the real reasons why Lucha Underground won't come back, you guys haven't really heard this from nobody. I had to watch a real podcast, and I heard this from an inside source, one of the producers. Modelo was pissed about the ratings. Modelo didn't like the ratings that season 4 got of Lucha Underground. So that's why they would need a new partner. Modelo was sponsoring them, I guess, with money for their ads. And they didn't like the ratings that Lucha Underground was getting on El Rey. So they would need a new partner for whatever they do. Whether they come back for a reboot or we get a whole new Lucha Libre TV drama series. Modelo was out. I remember Cricket was sponsoring Lucha Underground in season 1, and they bailed the hell out. And then they started doing deals, I guess, with WWE, Cricket. And then Modelo was doing them from seasons 2 to 4. So now they would need a whole new partner as well, a whole new business or something to sponsor a Lucha Libre TV drama series. So, yeah. I'll talk about that more in a later video. But this is on MGM. They can't figure this shit out. They're a movie company. They can't tell some company they're running their ads to, doing movie trailers. Like, MGM can't seem to figure out nothing for Lucha Underground or something. Like, come on now. Yeah, so there was a big Modelo fallout. But like I said, Lucha Underground, I'm starting to wonder, was it ahead of its time? As I see so many people giving WWE credit about this little WrestleMania match, but I see people talking about the brilliance, the Matt Hardy stuff in TNA. Okay, don't forget where this came from. First, it came from Lucha Underground. So this don't be shouting out WWE, kissing the WWE's ass when all McMahon and man, a lot of people's popping on WrestleMania. Look, all they did was this. They just copied off of the Hardy theme, and the Hardy theme was honestly a take on Lucha Underground. And you honestly wouldn't have got this boneyard match if it wasn't for WrestleMania being a state it's in during the little coronavirus shit. So yeah. But that's about it. I'm just giving you guys more reasons why Lucha Underground needs to return. If you guys know more reasons down below, you can write it. And that's about it. Let me know what you thought about WrestleMania. Honestly, night 2 was skippable. Edge and Randy Orton went on way too damn long. Good grief. And that was a waste of... I mean, said, why is Randy Orton the guy that Edge is facing on his way back? Like, for Edge's first match back, it was a match that I guess nobody liked. I just thought, like, whoa, this match is really long for a backstage last man standing. It just was... Mind you of those old Here Come the Pain backstage brawls. It just went on way too long. They could at least added some music or something instead of them just going hitting each other, slapping each other, They could have just added some music like the video game Here Comes the Pain or something. But this is your boy Lucha guy. I'm out. Peace. Hit like and Lucha slam that like and subscribe button. And if you guys got any more reasons why Lucha Underground needs to return, you guys could write it and let me know. I don't know. Hopefully people aren't just being funny with Lucha Underground because it's Lucha Libre. As I don't understand all the hype that people are giving, like, the WWE now with some of these matches they're doing. WWE was just being lazy. And I'm like, are they going to go back to a normal WrestleMania next year after what they did here with this? Is Undertaker going to go back as Dead Man? Like, they don't even know where to go from here with after filming it. You know what I mean? Look how boring her Raw was last night. Exactly. But peace.